Hello neighbor, this is Curt with Etrailer. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Titan chain snow tire chains with V-bar links and cams on our 2024 Toyota 4Runner. Now if you've had any experience with these chains, or if you watch this video and you've got some questions about them, go ahead and leave those in the comments below. We'd love to share your questions and your stories with our other neighbors in order to help them make the best decision for themselves. Now these tire chains are what's called a V-bar link. It's a twist link, and you notice that it's kind of barbed up here at the top away from the tire. This is going to give you excellent deep snow, mud, and ice traction. It is a ladder style, meaning that the chains are going straight across the tire. This kind of design in a tire chain gives you much improved start and stopping capabilities in those icy conditions. And it's made of a nickel manganese alloy, which means it's also ultimately going to be very, very corrosive resistant. It uses cams for assisted tensioning and comes with this cam tool. This is going to allow us to, once we have these on, to twist them to give them an even more snug and tight fit. But to get into those type of details, why don't you follow along and take a look at exactly how we got these installed. Now, anytime that we're about to install our tire chains, the first step we should always take is to lay them out flat and inspect them. So what we're looking for is twists in the link or anything like that. Or if this is, if you've used them multiple times already, we also want to inspect them, make sure there was no damage to them done the last time we used them. So if we've got everything all nice and laid out, we don't have any twists or anything in it, we're ready to go ahead and get these on the tire. I am wearing gloves. I think it's always a good idea to wear gloves when you're handling tire chains. They do have some sharp edges to them, so you want to make sure that you don't cut up your hands or anything like that. Not only that, but it's good practice because if you do end up being out and about on the road and you find yourself in a situation needing to apply tire chains, in all likelihood, you're going to have gloves on when you do it. So getting used to handling these with gloves is always a good idea. So now, since we've got everything laid flat, we don't have any kind of twists or anything. The other thing I'm making sure of is that all the V-links are pointing away from the tire, and I'm also making sure that these links here, those open edges, are going to be pointing away from the sidewalls of the tire. So now we've got everything correct. We're going to go ahead and pick these up and drape them over our tire. Trying to keep them as straight as possible while I do it. And the idea is we want to get them kind of even to the back and to the front. So we definitely want the front to be off of the wheel itself. So we're just going to do some adjustments and make sure we get an even drape from the front to the back here. So we've got a nice even drape now. There are 2 points of connection with these tire chains. One will be in the front here where we've got that open link and the cam tool here, and then we've also got another connection in the back. We're going to go ahead and make that connection right now before we come around and do the connection in the front. Now what we'll find in the back is an open-end hook and a few spare links here, and we're going to be connecting this hook through one of these links. Now, because these chains are intended to fit several different tire sizes, it might take a little bit of trial and error to find out which one of these is best for you. For right now, we're just going to go ahead and make our connection to this middle link. And we may have to come back and make some adjustments to that depending on how we end up connecting out there in the front of the tire. And through the front here, what we're going to find is another empty set of links. We're going to head and do the same thing. We're going to go with the middle one just to start out with. Get that out of the way. And once it's through just like that, we're going to bend it back this way, and we're going to connect the hook end through this open link back here. So now we've got a connection in the front, we've got a connection in the back. Again, there could be some minor adjustments you want to make, but before we do that, we're going to check out our 4 cams, and we're going to get those tightened up as well. Depending on the tire size, you may not have to engage all of these. It may be that you just do one of them or 2 of them or all 4. It kind of depends on the tire size and a little bit of trial and error, and it also depends on how these links in the front and the back are set up. So we're going to go ahead and start engaging our cams. And as you can see, it's starting to tighten them up nicely in the front right there. I'm going to come on over here with this one. Now we do have all 4 cams engaged. We do have a pretty snug fit going around the tire in most cases. However, down here at the bottom, you'll notice that there is a little bit of slop. It's always a good idea to roll the vehicle forward or back a couple of feet and tighten up as you go, because it is going to be hard to get a completely snug fit while you've got some chains that want to go underneath the tire here. So a little bit of adjustment is going to be necessary. Again, you just want to roll it forward a few feet, double check everything. If all 4 of your cams are engaged, there are still 2 more points that can be tightened from. If you remember, in the front and in our back connections, we did it right in the middle. It may be that you want to tighten that up a little bit more, either in the front or the back. Just remember that you want to keep an even drape as possible. So you don't want to tighten up to the closest link here in the front and the farthest link in the back. You're better off getting them, both closer to even for that. Now, no matter how snug or tight of a fit you get out of your tire chains, I still recommend using a tensioner like this. A rubber tensioner is not sold with the chains. They are available here at Etrailer. You have several options to take a look at. But again, just for the security of everything, and because they can loosen up a little bit on you as you go down the road, having just this extra peace of mind is never a bad idea. We're going to put this on in a star pattern. We're going to make sure the hook is facing away from the sidewalls. And once we hook one on, we're just going to go straight across from it. And I'm really trying to avoid any of the sections of chain that have a cam in it. We don't want to put extra stress on this that might cause it to want to release. So it's really a good idea just to make sure that you're not doing that. There we go. Now this is really just going to help keep everything pulled to center and keep it tight around here. So as you're going down the road and the fit starts to loosen up a little bit on you again, this is just going to be an extra piece of insurance to make sure that your tire chains stay on your tires. So there's a look at the Titan Chain snow tire chain with V-bar links and cam tensioning. I am Curt with Etrailer. Thanks for stopping by.